Action!
Action!
Okay, what's going on?
Cut.
So today, I'm going to the hardware store. I need some putty. So I made it to Lowe's. I'm supposed to go get putty. Don't tell anyone. I'm gonna get plants. Okay, I need to go. I've been obsessed with playing in dirt and getting all these plants in my garden and stuff, so I'm obsessed. Okay, I need to go to the paint department. My friend Rebecca told me that playing in dirt is like taking Prozac, so I feel like I need a lot of Prozac lately, so I'm just gonna keep putting my hands in dirt. Dirt. Makes me feel so good though. It's worth it. This is the right department. The paint department. Not this one. Ooh, sorry. Okay, found it. I made it. There are no plants here. It's all sticky stuff. Oh, okay, now what do I choose? I forgot the name. Okay, we're gonna pick this one. It's freaking $15, but it's the biggest size they have, so let's grab it. All you need is plants and wood filler. Plants. I'm also on my scooter, so we'll see how I can carry these plants. I didn't really think about this. So plants, they might have to go one in my backpack and one in here. I just couldn't help myself. Made it. And that's the freaking ladder that I have to go up. It's very steep, but I think I can do it. I really hope these ladder situations stop someday. But apparently Scott wants to put a ladder to go up there. So I won't have a choice. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. This is our patio. Whew. I made it. Look at this cool barrel. It's so nice. Looks slick. This is where I came up from. Yep. Yep.
So the day has come.
The what?
The day is finally here.
For?
Well, we're just gonna start doing some wood filler.
Some wood filler?
Yeah.
Wow.
The roof is now the first thing that is ready or complete to be prepped for fiberglass. So I don't have to build anything more. So I'm like doing all of the routering, all of the sanding of the seams. We're going to start wood fillering all the holes, all of the seams, any gap. Then it gets a quick orbital sand, and this will be ready then for fiberglass. It will be the first piece that will be to the complete stage. And then I'll work downstairs, then do the outside walls, and then do the gunnels in the front. But this is kind of something to the end to give me some strength.
It's awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to patch and fill this whole freaking roof. I probably won't be able to finish it today, but at least I'll do some of it. So it's actually one of my favorite things to do is to do putty, so I think it'll feel nice. And Scott's gonna put some music on and we're just gonna start patching. It's all puttied in the back. It's a putty in the back.
It's all patched up.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have to sand it again.
Woohoo!
And if I see any spots that need to be puttied again, then I just circle it and putty it again and sand it. But ultimately, that's like ready. That's it. Ready for fiberglass.
Putty!
On this one piece. That's about 10%.
10%.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, you gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think this was a good little putty time.
It was informative.
Informative? It was a good putty time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the easy one because it's like down.
So then we're just gonna have to go all the way
You
around.
have to do the walls and up on a ladder.
Fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time.
It's gonna be good, man. It's slow and steady. That's why I'm trying to break it up. Half the day like this, then half the day doing something else. Break the monotony.
It's fun.
It's good, yeah.
It's good.
It's all progress. Hello! I'm finally gonna make a video. Been about a week of kind of radio silence doing all this sanding and patching and stuff. Not to say it's getting me down, just that it's taking me way longer than one that I thought. It's dirty, it's a lot of repetition, so I try to break it up, and it's a ton of work, and I'm getting ahead on it, but it is a pain in the butt. So today I actually did a little bit of routering. Now I'm going to start as this material. It's 3/16 plywood. I don't know, I had it laying around, a bunch of sheets of it. So I actually am going to start doing re-trimming the windows out, or prepping these window openings. So I know I think I briefly touched on it before. This profile now isn't going to work with this very thin, this is a bad example, but something like this on a fixed window, that very thin little edge that I have, it's just not going to work, and it certainly isn't going to have a really nice finish. So I'm changing it. So that thin material, 3/16, I'm going to line the entire window opening, and then I'll be able to just router over here. Then I'll just router it flush. Then I'll round it off. So this was actually, what was this, this was the first window I did. So, you know, it was kind of ugly to begin with, but so I'm gonna get that kind of fixed in addition by doing this. So I'm gonna actually be removing some material here. So that will change. Instead of the fiberglass wrapping around like this, the fiberglass goes all the way. So it rounds the corner and goes all the way into the back of here once it has that material on there. So I've created just a full fiberglass pocket. The window will get set in there, shimmed up, spray foamed, and then probably some good color match window caulking or whatever, and do a seal from the outside. It just gets trimmed from the inside. So that's how I'm shifting the windows for my first attempt, which, if you can recall, I was pretty stoked about how this turned out, but it was kind of rough. So I'm going to do it better, and I will show you. I'll try to I think I'm just going to do one and see how I like it, and I'll show you that, and then I'm not going to show you it 39 more times because that's a lot, but you'll see what I'm doing. All right. Check that out. So you can clearly see I've now changed the profile. So actually, instead of all the way around, I just did a quick measurement. I'm only adding to 2 of the sides. So that's going to leave me, after fiberglass, with about 1/4 of an inch each side that'll get spray foamed. So I have some shimming space, I have some spray foam place. So I put it in 2 sides, routed it off flush, and then hit it with the belt sander quick on the outside to kind of true up the outside sheeting edge. And then I went with the rounded over router and made that kind of almost ready finish. So essentially, yeah, so that fiberglass is then going to come right around all the way to this edge. And then I will just insert the window into the socket. So there you go. All right, another dirty day sanding, patching. Oop, there we go. They started like that, and they ended up like that. And it took a whole lot of work to get there. Okay, I haven't made a video in a while, but guess who's back? I had him out for a week. We did a little bit of work, kept the spirits high, had some fun, had lots of fun. But I've been sanding away for quite a while, and I haven't been making videos because it's very tedious, very dirty, and it's the same thing. But I was losing a bit of steam, so I brought my dad out, and we built a couple of things, some of my last remaining things. So tell them about what we did.
Well, if we're just going to look right here, we built this beautiful awning that will be completely fiberglassed in when all the walls are done. Took us, I don't know, maybe 2 days to build this, maybe 3.
It wasn't easy. So if there was a running sentence to this whole build is, it took way longer than expected. But this wasn't easy. And well, we just put it up about an hour ago, or a little bit more than an hour. I can hang off of the outside, so it's built like extremely well. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of it.
So it's not going to fall off.
No, so it's something cool. It was one of the things that before fiberglass, I knew I had to do something above the door to kind of break up the space, but I just kind of came up with something. It had to be round, so it had to be difficult. And we just kind of made it up as we went. We also built these custom covers for the macerator tank, and an identical one for the propane tank. Show them. There's about like 75 angles on that, and there's a lip on the outside and a just move out of the way, move back. Then there's a intersecting lip on the actual. So again, way harder than expected, but it fits just like a glove, and it's super strong. So when we fiberglass it, it's going to hold the same shape, and it'll just go right back on there and be watertight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, they fit like a glove. It took a long time to do it too, but they really fit well.
And then an identical one for this. We also did some up in the barrel ceiling. I did cutouts right at the end for like a quarter circle windows, and we couldn't get windows cut on a radius, so I had to change it to triangles, and then I already cut the holes, so we had to kind of reframe that in and add a piece to the top and make sure that we had good backing for the tongue and groove cedar that'll go up in there, and build the wall out so that we have good spray foam that'll go in and have R20 or R30 or whatever it'll be for a 2x4 wall. So, doesn't sound like we did a lot over the last 8 days, but it was very tedious, and we did have a lot of fun, and we drank a lot of beer, did a lot of boating. It's summer now.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And it broke up all the belt sanding I was doing, so it was a good rejuvenation for me too. So,
and I had a great time.
Dad had a great time.
Awesome.
So I take him to the airport in the morning, and he'll just have to watch the videos to see how it ends up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
Okay, we're back at the boat. Well, I've always been here, but I have been sanding and routering and bondoing and all sorts of stuff getting the boat ready for fiberglass for 3 months. And I have finished today. I'm waiting on my fiberglass guy again. He is a little bit busy, so I may have a week where I'll just have to do some other things until he gets here. But I'm ready. It's been a long road, and I'm super happy to be done that part. It wasn't easy. It was pretty taxing on my brain. The task was monumental, but I killed it, and I will show you a whole bunch of it. Lots of pictures of how insane it kind of was. But for right now, what I'm doing today is, as I started yesterday, I didn't show you, but I'm starting to build this staircase and waiting for my fiberglass guy. So you can see they are, this kind of staircase is just stacked boxes that turn as they go. I mean, it really doesn't sound that difficult. I'm building them pretty precise. I'm really proud of them. They're gonna spin 180 degrees right up to the top there. I've already mapped it all out. I am going to try to build a couple of stairs today, and I'll show you at the end. Right, okay, there's another step. Build another one. Nice little tiny one. See, boop, 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 boop. So, there's a base, and then a stair and a stair and a stair. And then this next one, which cuts across from, ooh, I gotta relearn how to do this. It cuts across like that, and it actually goes all the way back towards the wall. And it becomes the base for the next step, the next 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Becomes the base for the next 4 steps. And that's what links this series of boxes together to the next series of 5 boxes, or 4 extra on top of this one that bridges across. And then it mounts into the wall and mounts into that shear wall there. So super strong, and hopefully I can get it done tonight. Maybe people will tell me that there's an easier way to do this or not. 22.5 degrees is an easy chop on the saw. 45 degrees is an easy chop on the saw. These chop saws won't do, what is it, 45, 67.5 degrees. So if you look closely at this next box, the corners might not be as nice as these ones, because I may not be able to do it with this couple of saws on the ground. You know, like this is what we're working with here. Anyway, I'm gonna kill it. All right, today's over and done with. Got a couple of stairs built. So just like I explained before, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th stair connects across and then becomes the base for the next set of boxes, all the way to the top, just like that. I'm really happy with them too. So yeah, and we get this little room. The plan was always to put the hot water tank, the hot water on demand down here. It's looking really small for it, so I don't think it's going to fit down here. Not really sure where it's going to go. I will cross that path when I get there. Anyway, today is done. It's late, 7. I'm out of here. Good morning. All right, as of yesterday, boom, got 5 of the steps done. It's Sunday. I only really want to work a half day today because it's really beautiful and it's Sunday. So I'm going to try to get 2 steps built. I'm going to show you in a time lapse, and I'll make use of this really nice Sunday. So, all right, take you along for the ride. Been busy today. She's a late August, hot summer day. So what I've been up to, you know about the stairs. I finished them, all the boxes to the top. I have to tie it in with just a riser up to the floor above, the finished floor. But this suspended floor has been without its posts since I did the demo. So upstairs actually was really bouncy and it was sagging in the middle. So I have these crude jack posts in the center here that bring it right up to my level point with the outside two walls. So now I can actually go ahead. I'm not doing this probably today, I won't have time. I can tie in my top riser because it was good at this end because that shear wall is there, but even over here, over time, it was down like 5/8 of an inch just from all of this weight, you know, just hanging basically. So it kind of, anyway, I'm flexing it back straight. So I could tie this in. I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. And I kind of started already, boom, boom, building another wall. There's a powder room right here, toilet and a sink, just a very small, probably 3.5 by 4 feet. So now that I've kind of plumbed up the floor, I can actually build this wall and then tie it into the rafters up above here. So kind of I'm starting to wrap my head around it today, but up here at the top of the boathouse, holy mackerel, it is hot up here, I'm telling you what. Anyway, I'll do a time lapse and I'll show you maybe getting this wall and maybe one more up, and then I'll tell you the game plan to finish. Okay, all right, come along for the ride. Here it is. Here's the powder room upstairs, which closes off as well. That kind of vaulted ceiling area where the stairs are. So here we go. Again, they have plywood on one side so that they act more as a shear. They add some rigidity, and that's it. Another little, well, a wall across the front, but the door will be on this side. Just a 2-foot door. And I'll repurpose one of the old doors that came out of the boat that I saved. So there it is. I'll see if I can finish it up tomorrow. All right. Have a good night. Okay, so upstairs bathroom. I didn't show you the front wall being built, but I'm done the bathroom. And I did all the blocking on this side as well. So the blocking over the saw, all the blocking, because this is an exposed ceiling, which will be the underside of the loft, and behind will be like insulated ceiling where wires and everything go through, and also you can fix lights too, and it becomes a chase for wires coming all the way through. So bathroom built, see how it's boxed out up here, and then also then boxed out over the windows right here. So this is more of a tongue and groove ceiling, and then it turns 90 degrees in tongue and groove, goes straight up all the way then over the barrel ceiling. And this is the side that I'm going to do right now. So the blocking gets put all along there that follows the barrel ceiling. So it becomes also a chase from the other side. So yeah, it'll be this really nice, clean, tongue and groove, comes to the outside, turns 90, and then goes all the way up and over. So it'll be a really nice little feature, as well as, like I said, you drill all your holes here. If you needed electrical down at the other end, this becomes the chase because all of this is exposed. You can't surface mount anything up in here. You have to run your wires, you know, where you can. So it's going to be a really nice feature. But I like the little bathroom. It's just going to be it's just traditional powder room. So toilet in front of the window. Nice little cabinet, vanity, sink here, nothing fancy, but it'll be nice because it's close to the bedroom. So, you know, at night we don't have to go downstairs to use the main washroom. This will be super handy. And I'm going to reuse Steven's door here. So I need to add a piece on the bottom to make it taller, and clean it up and restain it or clear coat it, and it'll be just fantastic in the boat. So yeah, there's the bathroom, really nice. And I'm gonna do the blocking now on this side, right, all along here. And that's it for that. The day is finally here. I'm gonna start the fiberglass today. All right, that was more difficult than I thought it was. Okay, fiberglass day 1. All right, we had a rough start. I now have confidence that I can do the whole thing by myself. I brought in my dad again. I brought in the big guns again. Bob's your uncle. Pretty good day?
Good day.
All right on, Dad.